Okay, good morning, Barbara.
Good morning, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's Friday and we're coming on the Valentine's weekend. And I thought today we might be able to talk about self care.
Sounds like a great plan. I think that's perfect for Valentine's Day.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to welcome our audience who's watching us on the recording or after recording. And I'm Laura Diaz. I'm a life coach with In Harmony Coaching. And Barbara, introduce yourself.
My name is Barbara Murphy-Shannon. I'm a life/business coach. I work primarily with women, but I do have some male clients. Work with goal planning, goal achieving, leadership training, and some of the life coaching is more, confidence building and overcoming challenges. And we started doing this program, Chatting with Coaches is what we call it. We thought we could share different subjects that would be of interest for you, and just a 15-minute, brief, give you some tips, and hopefully it will help you out.
Yeah, so we're talking about self care because self care is so important for our own well being and our own health, especially since both of us are self employed and coaching, and our hours may vary throughout the week at different times.
Right.
And so, one of the things that I've decided for myself is I created a plan for myself in terms of what is essential for my own physical fitness, exercise, certain kind of diet that really helps me stay alert.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've discovered is that certain foods work better for me
Mm-hmm.
than other foods. So I've been maintaining a new diet for the last month and a half, and I notice that I have more energy and I'm not as feeling tired or low energy in the afternoon. So that works for me. Another
What foods did you change, Laura?
Well, one of the things that I stop eating often is breads,
Mm-hmm.
pastas, uh,
Gluten.
sweet stuff that I like pies, which I still do once in a while, but not often. So, and other fast food, picking up fast food. So I minimize that. Once a month is fine. I said, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot like gluten. A lot of people, even if you're not, celiac, gluten just kind of messes up with your system a lot. It makes you lethargic. I mean, that's why, you eat a big pasta meal and all you want to do is go to sleep after. And then like the sugar. I mean, I think everything in moderation when it comes to food is a good plan. If you find that you're doing something consistently a lot, it's like that movie about the guy that ate at McDonald's every day, and
Oh, yeah.
and he gained like, I don't know, 50 pounds. It's like, yeah, that'll tell you what will happen if you eat at McDonald's every day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I also try to stick to, you know, more fruits and vegetables and green foods, but I have all kinds of dietary issues. So I make kidney stone. So for kidney stone diet, I can't have any spinach, almonds, potatoes, beets, all the things I love. Before I had kidney stones, I didn't even know that those things cause kidney stones,
Oh, I
but
didn't
that's a
know
whole nother show. And then I have a slow gallbladder. So anything that's really high in fat will give me a stomach ache. So that's a good thing because it's, I stay away from real high fatty, rich foods. But every once in a while, I want to bite. I just want to bite.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Once in a while it's fine. You wouldn't like some of my smoothies, so I've been drinking a lot of smoothies for breakfast or lunch, and many of the smoothies have spinach.
Mm-hmm. It's not that I don't like it. I love spinach. It's just it has high oxalates, which makes kidney stones. Now, the interesting thing is that if I ate spinach and I put cheese all over it, it won't make the oxalate or won't let it attach. So, but
Interesting.
that kind of defeats the purpose of eating spinach if you're going to throw cheese all over it.
Well, see, and that's the other thing that I've also with this new diet, I'm not eating as many dairy foods. I eat milk once in a while because I like to add it to my coffee, but I'm not eating as much cheese, hardly ever, or other dairy products.
Yeah.
We
So
eat
I
eggs
think,
more often.
with speaking with self-care, it's just coming up what works for you. And most of us know what works for us. We just have to have the time and the discipline to stick with it. And that's not always so easy. Um, it's kind of body, mind, and spirit. So that's body. And then like for mind, one of my tools is meditation. Try to meditate every morning, if not twice a day. And it doesn't have to be like an hour. It's like can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. If I'm like waiting, anytime I'm in a waiting situation, rather than get mad that I'm waiting, I just start meditating. If I'm in line, I'm just meditating. If I'm at the doctor's office, I meditate. I don't care. I don't care if people see me with my eyes closed. I'm like,
Yeah, having quiet moments works for me because I enjoy the mornings, having some coffee and having some quiet morning before everybody wakes up here. So
Mhm.
I enjoy just reading something inspirational and journaling and planning my day. Because when I, just sit down and look at what I've done, especially if I'm working on a project, I'm more clear with my mind and I feel more at ease to write notes to myself, journal ideas because I'm more clear and I can focus on something. So I enjoy those morning times in the mornings that I can put more focus on what I'm doing or what's challenging me at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, again, with body, it's, fitness, exercise. Like I think, I've mentioned a couple times where my Alexa will tell me when it's time to go for a walk. I have it at 4 o'clock every day. And it's just, not a killing myself. It's a walk around the neighborhood. But the same thing, like with you, once I do that walk, it clears my mind. It's a different form of meditation, really. It's a walking meditation. Um, and then I come back and I'm like, refreshed and ready to have an evening with my husband kind of thing.
Yeah, I enjoy the walks too. I told myself I want to have at least a minimum of 3 walks a week. Most weeks I do more than three, but at least 3 walks.
Yeah.
At minimum 15 minutes, at the most 30 minutes. Because after that, I incorporate a little bit of weight resistance, not more than 10 to 15 minutes after that.
Yeah. Well,
And
my
that,
trick with exercise and being consistent is that you plan to do it every day. And if you plan to do it every day, 7 days a week, you're more likely going to end up doing it like 4 or 5 because there's always something that's going to get in the way. But the day that you're like, oh, I'll just, I won't do it today. Well, it could have been a perfect day to do it. Then the next day, if something happens in your schedule and you can't do it, now you're 2 days without doing it. Then the third day, something comes up. Now you're 3 days without doing it. So if you just plan to do it every day can be the same time, doesn't have to be the same time, but I'm like to have it on my schedule. Um, and then, something comes up. Like yesterday, I didn't get to go because we went to look at a house because we're in search of buying a new house. And the time to go see this house that looked really good was my walk time. And I'm like, okay. And by the time we got back, it was dark. So,
well, you know what?
but I'm going today.
You know what really motivates me? I found my old pedometer.
Uh-huh.
It still works. And so I decided, and so this really motivates me because it really challenges me to see how many steps I'm going to take today.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's sort of a game. I gamify it. And so if I, use this for my walk, then I record it, I say, oh, today I did 2,000 or 5,000 or something. So at least it motivates me to notice that for myself because it's recorded and the numbers there.
Yeah.
So that
And if you have an iPhone, your iPhone does it too.
does it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. If you take it on your walks and you move around with it, then it counts all the steps. Yeah. So yeah, if you like tracking, I think that's perfect. Is the Fitbits? There's a lot of great apps that you can use to do that. And I think Valentine's coming up Sunday. Some of us will be with loved ones, some partners, and some people won't. Maybe you'll be with a friend or your family, but you know it's a day to love yourself too. So maybe if you thought about that, what you would like to do, even for an hour for yourself on Valentine's Day, whether it's like Laura said, go for a walk or, meditate or just sit, have a nice cup of coffee and, be with yourself. Uh, it's a good time to do it on Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a perfect day for self-care. Do something that you really enjoy, something that makes you happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a time to really feel good about your positive emotions. What brings happiness to you?
Mm-hmm. And you can't work all the time. I mean, you can't, you work all the time, you're going to get burnt out. You're not going to have the best, ideas or process or productivity. You need your body, your mind needs a break from working constantly for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a matter of, just self-care is so essential for us to clear our mind and the stress levels.
Mm-hmm. And then also just, cutting yourself some slack. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I see a lot of people, myself included, is, if I am exercising consistently, well, maybe I should be doing more. Maybe I should be doing more. Maybe I should be, 20 pounds lighter. Maybe I should, oh, I ate that cookie and feel guilty. No, I mean, again, go back to the moderation. If you're eating cookies every day, a bag full of cookies, yeah, you might want to think about that. But if you have a cookie once in a while, cut yourself some slack, and
Oh,
you only
yeah.
you only live once.
No, I give myself some slack. Every so often, I might have some ice cream, it's a piece of pie. Yeah, because I still not gonna eliminate that, but it's in moderation. Once in a while, once in a
Right.
while.
Right. Moderation is the key, I think,
Yeah.
for sure. Yep.
So
Well, I think
we're-
those are all good tips we gave.
yeah, we give quite a bit of tips in terms of your physical, your mind, your emotions. Basically, find ways to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Put it in your schedule, which I always recommend. Have it in your schedule. Otherwise, if it's not in the schedule, it doesn't get done.
That's so true. That's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah. Whether it's morning, if you're a morning person, then put your exercise in the morning. If you're, afternoon, I like doing it in the afternoon because it just gives me like a second boost,
Mm-hmm.
and just put it in your schedule. And then also, like Laura said, you get up, you have your coffee, you make your shake,
Oh,
but
yeah.
there'll be times where you're like off schedule. I get that. And you're starving and you're like, okay, I'm starving. What am I going to get to eat? And it's hard. It's hard because everywhere you look is just crap food. I'm like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. And if you're in a rush, you end up making not the best decisions.
Absolutely.
So if you do have to go to McDonald's, just get a cheeseburger. Don't get the fries.
Well, everybody a happy Valentine's weekend, and we'll be talking with all of you some of the time and chatting with you. Thanks, Barbara.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Love, love, love.